Hi guys, welcome to Box Modeling. We're going to be covering some awesome stuff in this next session, really getting you into Blender and making your first model. And we're going to start off with the real fundamentals of any 3D models. What are those, Ben?
So we're going to take you through from the very beginning because we think that it's really important to understand what's going on down at the detail level in Blender. It's really going to serve you in the future if you get that base layer of your understanding sorted. So we're going to start by telling you what vertices are. Vertices are basically points in space. That's all you need to think about them as. They're just something in a three-dimensional space with an X, Y, and a Z coordinate. And once we've got more than one vertex, let's say, well, two, we can draw a line between them. And if we do that, what is that line that we draw between two vertices?
Well, that's an edge. And edges will make up the majority of your geometry. And eventually, when you have three or more edges closed together, you get a
face. We'll be talking about faces a little bit more in the middle of the section, but faces are what they sound like. It's a flat surface, and it does actually have a direction to it. A face can be facing outwards or inwards, and that's quite important. So pay attention to that, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Basically, by the end of the section, what are they going to be able to do, Mikey?
Well, you're going to be able to make any placeholder, any basic model that you like. So think about children's toys and how they're representations of real-life objects. You're going to be able to create pretty much any of those that you can see.
Cool, and by a process of successive improvement, you'll be able to go from your placeholder objects to fully fledged models. If you want to do that, here on the Blender course you probably do. Some people might just want to be making placeholders just to pop in, maybe in their game, and then go away and carry on with development. Whatever you want to use these placeholders for, they're the starting point for either you or somebody else to take that and make it into a fully fledged model. You might just want to try it out and prototype, see, is this the right type of shape and size, is this the thing I want to go for? So play around with it, have great fun.
And remember, share your creations as we go along. We as instructors love to see what you guys come up with. And first of all, I want to show you one of the first things we'll be creating in this section. It's a very simple blockwork plane. It's a great placeholder for any particular plane you're going to use. Maybe not a jumbo jet, but you get the idea. And this is just the first iteration. Once you've got skilled up, this will take you but a few moments to make. Of course, from this, you can build that out and you end up with something more like this. Here we go, and this is literally just a little bit more time. Well, I say a little bit more time, it is exponentially more time. So the first one I could now do in about a minute, give or take. This one with more detail in it, it's probably going to take me about 5 times longer, maybe even 10 times longer if I start putting more detail in. And from this, you can now make out this looks kind of like an F-15 or something along those lines, or maybe a MiG. We just don't know at the moment because the detail's not there. However, from this, you can build upon it again. And that's the best way of building your models, from the ground up. It's very tempting to go straight for that high poly, ultra realistic, but really, if you get these low poly models nailed, you will be able to produce things much, much quicker and work out what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. Now, by the end of the section, we'll be building these Mayan pyramids. There's lots to learn with insetting, and look at all these stairs. I wonder how we can go about creating those in a way that's not too painful to do. This is a very simple Mayan pyramid. Obviously, you can take all the skills you've learned to add even more detail. So remember, as you go, please do share your work over on the forum. I love seeing what you guys come up with, especially as you're toying about and playing. Sometimes you end up with happy accidents. Okay, and I will see you guys over on the next lecture.